7th day of April, 2025. There is no public comments tonight. Would like to recognize Highland Rim Student Council to come forward and do our pledge and invocation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anna Kate Pendergrass, and I serve as Student Body President at Highland Rim School. The other Student Council representatives and I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here tonight. My favorite thing about Highland Rim is how all the teachers always want you to do your best.
My name is Ansley Tips, and I serve as 8th grade president. My favorite thing about Highland Rim is the strong sense of community and support among all students and staff. This caring atmosphere not only improves our learning experience, but also builds lasting friendships and a sense of belonging. Please bow your heads and join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with grateful hearts, thankful for the community that surrounds us. We ask for your guidance and blessings upon our school board, central office, and all staff members who work diligently to create a nurturing environment for our students. Grant them encouragement, wisdom, and peace as they navigate the challenges of ensuring a quality education for all. We pray for our dedicated teachers that they may be firm yet patient, setting high expectations while forgiving mistakes. Help them to inspire creativity and curiosity in our students, igniting a passion for learning that lasts a lifetime. May they find joy in their work and the support they need to continue making a positive impact. We ask that you instill a spirit of unity and respect among all students regardless of their backgrounds. Help us to embrace our differences and celebrate the unique contributions each individual brings to our school community. We also lift up the families in our community, asking for your blessings upon them. May they find strength in times of struggle and support in times of need. Help us to remember that we are all part of a larger family working together to uplift one another. Lastly, may we continue to be thankful that the Lincoln County school system provides us with a place where we can love to learn and learn to love each other as Jesus loves us. Please pour out your blessings upon all of our schools, our system, and this community. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Good evening. My name is Emmy Ray Young, and I serve as the Student Body Vice President. My favorite thing about Highland Rim is the way the teachers are always there for me. I believe in their abilities, and they believe in mine. I also love how they each have been a crucial part in my life. At this time, would everyone please stand if you are able and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Alana Williams, and I serve as treasurer. My favorite thing about Highland Rim is the friendships I've made with my friends and teachers over the years I've been at HRS.
My name is Ava Monks, and I serve as 8th grade representative. My favorite thing about Highland Rim is our teachers who work to guide and inspire us to achieve all our goals. They genuinely care about us and encourage us to make the best decisions possible. I am so grateful to be in a school like Highland Rim where the teachers show compassion about our futures.
Good evening. My name is Elin Faulkner, and I serve as 8th grade Student Council Secretary. I would like to share my favorite thing about Highland Rim. As an athlete, I love that Highland Rim has a variety of sports teams where we can stay active and improve our skills. Whether it's basketball, volleyball, or football, the coaches are supportive and the competition is always exciting.
Hello, my name is Ainsley Green. I'm the 8th grade vice president. I like Highland Rim School because of the inclusivity that the administration and teachers create for all the students.
Thank you. Again, my name is Anna Kate Pendergrass, and I'm the Student Body President. I would love to share with the school board and community a few highlights of the exciting things the Student Council has been a part of this year at Highland Rim School. We begin our efforts during the summer with a back-to-school work week. Our team created bright and welcoming bulletin boards to enhance the school environment, wrote heartfelt thank you notes to our dedicated staff, and set up a fun picture booth complete with a balloon arch to warmly welcome our teachers and staff back for the new school year. In September, we organized a Hollywood Movie Spirit Week for homecoming. This included themed dress days and culminated in a neon glow dance for middle school students, which was a fantastic success and fostered a sense of school spirit and community. In October, we launched a fundraiser selling Boo Bag Candygrams. We sold a total of 2,701 bags at $1 each, and the proceeds will be used to purchase outdoor seating and equipment for the new school building next year, enhancing our students' outdoor learning experiences. In November, we were honored to participate in the Veterans Day program, where we served a brunch reception for all veterans in attendance, expressing our gratitude for their service and fostering community connections. In December, our student council helped collect food donations for the local food drive and toys for the Lincoln County Toys for Tots drive. Additionally, we organized a sock drive to donate to clothe our kids, successfully collecting a total of 536 pairs of socks. We also sponsored the school-wide 12 Days of Christmas Spirit, which significantly uplifted the holiday spirit throughout the entire school. In February, to celebrate Valentine's Day, we hosted a rock, paper, scissors, steal your heart competition for students in grades 6 through 8. The competition was intense and brought out the competitive spirit among our peers, with prizes awarded to the winners. Throughout the year, we have enjoyed the opportunity to give back to our Hornet family, with many volunteer opportunities, such as peer tutoring, Fall Literacy Night, Winterfest, and Spring Literacy Night, reinforcing our commitment to academic support and community involvement. For the remainder of the year, we are eager to participate in several upcoming events, including learning about school leadership at the county-wide student council picnic, an end-of-the-year field trip to the aquarium, participating in the Blue Ribbon Walk to support Junior's House, and helping with Spring Sting field day activities. On behalf of the Student Council and the students at Highland Rim, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our sponsors, Ms. Katie Parks and Ms. Gracie Fears, for their unwavering support. A special thank you goes to our outstanding principal and assistant principals for their guidance. Finally, the biggest thank you goes to everyone in this room for the incredible work you do for our school and community, ensuring we have access to a great education and a variety of opportunities to help us grow. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a thank you card to the Board of Education. Thank you for your event pass. It will be greatly used. Go Falcons. Also, thank you for all your commitment and dedication to the students and staff of Lincoln County. Bill, thank you. Appreciate that. We need to add some stuff to the agenda. Prior to approving this agenda, we have a facility use, Lincoln County basketball boosters, use of Lincoln County High School 418 and 19, and Lincoln County basketball boosters use of LCA 418 and 419. And we also need to add to the agenda, set a date for the director's evaluations to the points of information at the bottom. Also, the third thing to add is a executive committee to approve roofing bid to other items 6. Any motion to approve the bid or approve the agenda?
Make a motion.
Mr. Phelps makes a motion. Need a second?
Second.
Mr. Miller, second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Recognitions. Mr. Jacob.
Yes, sir, thank you. I believe Mr. Scott's going to recognize Miss Bedingfield.
Thank you. I would like to recognize Miss Connie Bedingfield as our support staff of the month to be recognized. And when I came to South last year, I talked to all of our staff about 3 expectations: to love kids and love what we do and love each other. and we do that on a daily basis, we'll be successful. And I can't say enough about Miss Bedingfield. She does that on a daily basis. She is a loving person on our campus, and she's been at South for 27 years. And her daughter also teaches there, and she has a grandson in kindergarten. And she's probably the first person to get to school every day because she runs our before school care. She's probably the last person to leave because she runs our aftercare in the afternoons. And she also cares for kids all day long. But I'm so thankful for Miss Connie Bedingfield. You'll come forward.
Yes, Miss Bedingfield was just telling me that I had her son in high school, and he was a really good young man. He was a good fellow. Also, it was nice hearing all those young ladies were great. They did an awesome job, and it was nice hearing some of those names too. I recognized some of those parents when they was calling out some of those names, so that was nice. I'm here to recognize, recognize our two students that went to the TSBA Scope Conference. Do we have Arian Patel and Emily Trejo here? Okay, Arian. Thank you, sir. Good job. Appreciate what you do. Can you tell us a little bit about what y'all did up there?
Yes, sir. So at Scope, we interacted with members of chapters of student council throughout the state. We discussed certain board policies that we could implement. We debated and interacted with them, learning how it feels to be a board member and understand what goes on with how it operates.
So we can see you up here in a few years?
Maybe.
Well, great job. We appreciate you and what you do for us. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I believe, Mr. Chairman, they were actually going to give a report next. And
Yeah, if he would like to just go ahead, that'd be great.
Good evening, everyone. We've had a bit busy past month at Lincoln County. Recently, the Student Council went to state convention and interacted with chapters throughout the state. They learned valuable information in how to develop as leaders and further school outreach. Our FBLA and HOSA chapters also attended and are attending their state conventions. With the year coming to an end soon, we have been occupied with graduation, and our prom committee has been busy with planning. Later this month, the senior class's top 10% will be attending Evening with the Stars to celebrate their accomplishments. We're excited for all the upcoming events and are looking forward to having a strong finish to our school year. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item number 5, unless someone wants to pull this out, one of them out individually, I'll read through them all. Consider approval of minutes for March 3rd. Consider approval of the following contracts: K-9 Detection Service, School Nutrition Renewal Agreement, Sign Language Interpreter. Consider facility use requests, Elk Valley Crafters Association use of LCHS 418 and 19. Is that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Consider approval of list of items to be declared surplus is the Title IV, and then at Lincoln County High School, it's all in the drive that you should have had already. And then we have 2 facility uses here for Lincoln County basketball boosters to use the LCHS 418-19, and that's the gymnasium, and LC basketball boosters to use LCA 418-19. Anybody want to pull either one of those out? Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Mr. Miller made a motion. Have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ezel. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Mr. Ezel, second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? All right. Under Item 6, approving to allow the executive committee to approve the roofing bid to Lincoln County High School. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Mr.
Starr.
Bryant can give us more explanation there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have used the same roofing consultant for some 30 years now, and this last couple of times we've had that. I think we bid it in 21, and we're having to bid it again now. And it's just a request from the auditor that we bid this service for whatever reason. So we're looking to bid that. We're also looking to go pretty quickly to some roofing bids for Lincoln County High School. So I am requesting that the executive committee be able to approve the bid for the roofing consultant, not the bids for the roof, for the consultant. Now let me say this, I am going to talk to the auditor probably tomorrow shortly about this. I think he's got a couple of questions, so this could come up, may or may not come up, but if it's okay, if everything works out like it should, we should open those bids on the 11th and would ask the executive committee to approve that on the 11th or 12th. Anyway, any questions? I'll be glad to answer.
What section of the school are we looking at?
It's a section over the social studies, English pod, and math pod. It's the only section of roofing that we lack on that entire structure. So it is arguably at least 35 years old. It's a modified roof, which is basically a roll roof on steroids is what I call it. And we put the TPO back on that. And it is the last section, but it is a large section. My estimate is somewhere around $1.5 million, just so you kind of know. And we're going to put that out to bid pretty quickly, just so we have some numbers to look at. And, if we decide to make any decisions, we can move forward.
Okay. This is a motion to approve to get bids, correct?
For a roofing consultant to help us with those bids, yes. And that bid would be good for 1 year, and if the pricing stays the same, it would be good for 2 additional years.
All right. Have a motion to approve that.
Make a motion.
Mr. Ashby makes a motion. Have a second.
I'll second.
Mr. Phelps, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Wait a minute. Do we have any further discussions before we do that? Anybody want to talk about that a little bit more? Ask any questions? All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Have 7-0.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right. Annual review of policies. Mr. Dunn?
There's none at this time.
Don't have no policies this time. Okay. All right. Discussion of policy 3.206, section 3.206. Mr. Phelps?
Yeah, I've left 3 things for your board members to look at. One is the TSBA model policy. The other one is from Moore County's facility use, and then the third one is our facility use, which I've modified with the help of input from several of our coaches, athletic directors. I've been a volunteer coach now for 10 years, and I don't know that I've filled out a facility use form, but this year I had to. And it's nothing wrong with that. We're just following policy. So what I did find is that it's almost making it hard for our volunteer coaches who want to invest time in our athletes to be able to do what they want to do and accomplish, because one of the things that's in this policy is that under item number 4, under our policy, it states that there must be an approved employee at all times present. And I know for some of the sports that are indoors, like they can use a janitor or whatever to accomplish that, but for our satellite, what I call our satellite sports, our softball or football and baseball, they don't have that luxury of using a janitor. Also, we sometimes have to pay the janitor, at least from talking to some of the principals, to be able to stay late to be able to accomplish this. So I've looked through 90 of the 95 counties in the state of Tennessee on their facility use procedures, and the only 5 I didn't look through is because it was so hard for me to find anything. I just gave up. But when it came down to it, Moore County had the best facility use procedures that was very friendly to the athletes and the coaches. And item number 4 there, they actually have a little sentence that says if all activities must be under adult supervision approved by the building principal. If deemed necessary, the principal may assign a school employee to be present. To me, that, and I was speaking to Mr. Golden today, getting some of his input, to me that kind of puts it on the principals, and it gives them a lot of leeway to approve who they want to be as a delegate in these buildings. Because if, you know, and Coach Tips is here tonight too, I know he does a lot with the basketball, but our coaches cannot stay and be at all these practices. It's just impossible. They already spend a lot of time that they don't get paid for. So to ask them to be able to show up, and when we got coaches wanting to invest in their programs, why would we not make it easier for them to be able to do that? We shouldn't be handicapping them. Now, we want to make sure that we cover ourselves from a liability standpoint. And one of the things I had to do this year, which is actually a good thing, I had to get insurance on my team. That protects from a liability standpoint. It protects if they get injured as well. So I think that's actually built in our policy. But again, I've never had to do that before. One of the things under number 2 is all I added there was athletic teams. Now, in talking to Mr. Golden, he said that I might want to add organized athletic teams, and I agree with that because we just don't want some pickup team coming in there and just saying they can just jump on their courts and use them. So we want people that are going to be investing in our student athletes, but we want to be, you know, organized about it. And the third part of this is something I guess I didn't think about, but according to policy, our coaches, when they have camps, it's not supposed to be allowed unless I'm reading this policy wrong. And we got to allow that because that's one of the ways they earn a little bit of extra money is to be able to have these camps. Not only that, they're investing in the next student, our younger athletes from all the way from, what is it, Coach Tips, 2nd grade, kindergarten? Kindergarten all the way up. So, you know, they're getting to be at an early age working. And, you know, we have junior pro too that we do, but it falls more of the school's umbrella. So you can kind of accomplish that with a janitor being on staff. But I would like to see to where we have approved volunteers that are deemed by the principal that they know they're responsible for the facility, they're liable, they've got insurance, not junior pro because it falls under the umbrella, but like AAU teams and things like that, travel baseball, softball, things like that. So what I've done is I've taken the only difference between Moore counties and what I've added into ours is item D there where it says athletic camps and games, and it stops there. I added or training by approved school employee or delegate that invests in our student athletes, because here's what you have. You have some of our coaches who are maybe going to college. They're not full-time on our staff, but they're former players, and they want to give lessons to our kids. And I think we should allow that. We should allow them to be able to invest into our kids, as long as it's Lincoln County kids. And it's not only that, it's our football facility where they've got training, they can lift weights, they can, you know, there's a multitude of things of how we can invest, but currently under the policy we don't allow for that. And I really would ask this board, after speaking with multiple coaches, they're really happy at the way this looks, and I haven't had any negative feedback whatsoever.
Well, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but a couple months ago we had the same conversation about the use at the high school again. It came up a couple of months ago where some people wanted to use the fields. I'm going to say fields. I wasn't sure if it was baseball fields or what, but they also wanted to use the batting cages? The batting cages. So we had a discussion about it then, and to keep from having to put liability on anyone or putting that pressure on our administration staff, the reason we came up and talked about the policy then to keep it like it is. But now, if you would like, I would make a recommendation that we take this back to the policy committee and come back with some type of recommendation to the board.
That's fine with me.
That way we're not sitting here talking about it tonight. We can just go to the policy committee and have it brought back before the board, if that's all right.
It's good with me.
You care to make put that in a motion?
I'll make a motion to carry us to the policy committee.
I have a second on that.
I'll second.
Second.
Richard, could you expand just a little bit for everybody's knowledge what a camp encompasses?
So that just, they invite all the students from every middle school. I don't, he doesn't do, like the high school coach obviously doesn't do high school, but they just come for a week long, and they're there for a week. And they learn skills. A lot of the players involved with it as well. So they're getting to help mentor our kids. And it's just a way for our kids to see our high school coaches and know that that's the goal they're working toward. And they get to learn something a little bit along the way too. So, you know, they charge them a fee, and they usually give out a gift here and there. And it's just a good way for them to actually teach and be able to earn supplement income off of it.
I would like you to consider involving administration in that decision. When you meet, have them there so that you can hear from them as well. Coaches is fine as well. So that when you come back, we have a round decision that, you know, that's better for our school and our staff.
Yeah, I've talked to administration as well too.
Okay. All right. Consider approval of text.
We need to take a vote on the motion.
We have a motion and we had a second.
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? 7-0.
Yes, sir.
All right. Consider approval of textbook adoption. Mr. Sauls.
Yes, sir, that'd be Miss Christine Hunter. Oh, no, Miss Turpin's here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Turpin, for coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, our science textbooks are up for adoption this year. Committee has gone through. You should have in your drive what they have chosen for the upcoming 8-year cycle.
All right. A motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second. Anybody second that?
I'll second.
Mr. Miller, second. Any discussion? Any questions for Ms. Turpin?
Ms. Turpin, will you explain the process of the textbook adoption for them, please?
Yes, sir. The textbook adoption has changed a little bit, the cycle. It's on an 8-year cycle now. I do have, and I'll get to Ms. Karen for you to upload a schedule of what books are adopted when. And in the future, I would like to include a board member on the committee. This was my first year, old dog in a new job. So I would like to get more input in upcoming years. But any questions you have, everything about textbooks, the complete adoption cycle, the process is on our website, on the LCDOE page, on the curriculum page.
And this is something that the teachers vote on. The teachers review the books. We have to have an open date for anybody in the public that wants to review the books. All that has to be notarized. They have to vote on it. It's very organized and structured from a legal standpoint from the state, correct?
Yes, everybody on the committee has to sign off on an oath that they have nothing to do, they're not connected in any way, shape, form, or fashion to a textbook publisher.
So
All right.
Have you already reviewed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's been on the web page since early February that it was open for review.
And this is science this year. It's science.
Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? 7-0.
And Mr. Tucker, I'd just like to thank Ms. Turpin for coming. She had a family emergency this afternoon, and I just appreciate you coming back.
You are more than
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Consider approval of request to allow executive committee to approve bids to upgrade the anatomic table using Perkins funds.
Miss Susan Welch.
Yes, sir. In March, we did a Perkins basic, we changed money, sorry, budget amendment for this table specifically. Then what we found out the first part of March was the bid came back. We thought it was going to be through a TIPS contract, which is a purchasing alliance. But on that TIPS contract, in the pricing list, there's brand new software. And that software is not included in that TIPS purchasing price. The computer upgrade is, software is not. The auditor looked at it and said, you can buy the anatomage table and computer upgrade anywhere. No, you cannot. It is a sole source. It is a $100,000 table, so we do not feel comfortable doing that. So we did put it out to bid. Bid opening is April the 9th at 1 o'clock, so this week, 1 o'clock, and I'm just asking so that we don't have to wait until the May board meeting. We can go ahead and get Perkins funding spent.
All right. Any other questions? Need a motion to approve executive committee to do that.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Ezell?
Yes.
Second?
I second.
Mr. Phelps, second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, 7-0. All right, recognize Jason Nix to present the financial report.
Good evening. A little bit on my agenda. First, I'll start with the school fund budget amendments. You have the 141 general purpose school fund budget amendments. First one I have is for $100, budget revision number 1 to be approved the E-Plans and LEAPS grant budget. Second one is for $216,884.17. It's budget revision number 3 and 4 to the approved E-Plan ISM budget for CTE. That's all I have for the 141.
All right, motion to approve. Motion to approve. Mr. Phelps makes a motion. Second.
I'll second.
Mr. Ezell, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Next is the 143, the centralized cafeteria program fund budget amendment. I have one, it's $460,000. This is a budget revision request for the purchase of much needed kitchen equipment for Highland Rim School, some service carts, point of sale for all K through 8s, replace the machine at ice machine at LCA, and replace dishwashers at the high school, South Lincoln, and Unity. That's all for the 143.
Motion to approve.
I'll make mine.
Mr. Miller makes a motion. Second.
Now second. Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? 7-0.
Next on my agenda is the bid results. I've had two bids on here. I'm going to take the second one first.
Could you speak up a little bit, please?
Can you not hear me?
It's hard to hear you.
Sorry. Test. Got it. It's better. The second one is, I'm going to take the second one first, if that's okay. The removal of the dirt and fill for the new Highland Rim School. We had 3 bids that were qualified. I believe the bid recommendation is for LC Paving, LLC, and for $123,120. That's on the first bid. The second bid, which is actually the first one in your packet, is for the football field at Blanche School, and I'm going to let Mr. Ricky explain a little bit more about that. We had 1 qualified bid.
As you see, we're bidding a lot of things nowadays. I'm doing some bid packages this afternoon, so you're going to see a lot more of these here in the near future. First one's Lincoln Paving. That's all the dirt and overburden that we had from Highland Rim School. If you remember, we were going to put that down there in that bottom land next to the road. And when the civil engineer sent all that stuff to TDEC, they decided that was wetland and we couldn't do it. So I have tried to give it to every person in this county, literally. We have had some success in getting some of it hauled off. Most of the excess topsoil got gone quickly. People wanted it. The overburden, the story on the overburden is really simple. They can't truck it twice and make money. So they got to pick it up, dump it somewhere, go back and pick it up again, and just nobody will do it. So we took bids on that. My estimate was $150,000 to $200,000, depending on the number of loads. There's somewhere between 800 and 1,000 loads there. So the low bid of $123,120 is a really great bid. It was under my estimate quite a bit. And we're at a point now, make or break, we've held it off as long as we can to get that dirt moved. We're fixing to be paving right after Memorial Day. We've got a little bit more work to do, so it's got to go. And the second one is on the Blanche football field. This will be the 3rd time we bid that field. We bid it once with some concrete, things of that nature, some piping in. It was $600 and something thousand, just more than we could stand at the time. Bid it again year before last, I think, maybe even last year. Got a bid of $269,000, and at that time, just for whatever reason, we couldn't do it. And now we have this bid for $404,000, $217.17, and it was the only bidder. And just to tell you the honest to goodness truth, we're out of bidders. Ron, who bid it last time, passed away, as you know. I talked to his son, and he was not inclined to bid on that job. So it's the only bid I've got, and it's probably the only bidder I've got left. And I just have to leave it there. I don't know anything else to tell you. We've bid it and bid it and bid it and bid it. So, but I'll be glad to answer any questions on either one of those if I can.
Well, because of the simple fact that we started this project and the price keeps going up every time we bid it out, even if we drop off what we're expecting them to do, it's still going up. And the community down there has been more than generous trying to help fund this project, but at the end, they can't keep up with inflation. And I really would like to recommend that the school board consider approving to pay for this project so we can allow this community to continue to grow.
Generally speaking, that's what's going to happen. They're just going to continue to go up, and as you dwindle through your bidders, then people just simply get tired of bidding it, and you can't get any more bidders. I don't really know this company that well. He has bid on it twice. He's from Alabama. They met all the bid criteria, and that's really all I know about them.
What was the problem with the other bids before this one? Why have we bid it so many times?
I think at that time it was simply a funding issue. I don't know, and I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I think that the county was paying for part of it, and I want to say that number was $75,000.
Correct.
Best I remember. And then the school was trying to come up with the rest of that money, and they just couldn't come up with it. I mean, it was just a lot of money. So I think that was probably, best of my memory, that's what happened, exactly.
Yep. So what's the will of the board?
What was the total cost again? I was trying to find. I couldn't.
On the football field, you got 404, 217, so $404,000. And then on the dirt, the low bid, let me get back on the right page here, was $123,120, which is a excellent bid.
Yeah, I know we've exhausted all options on the dirt. So, yeah.
We have simply exhausted every option. Like I said, we got rid of a lot of it, but there's 1,000 loads of dirt there, and it's going to take somebody to get it out of there. And the project is really in about another month, and I just gave them a month to get it out. So we're going to be at a standstill if we don't. We need to start paving. If we're going to open school on time, we're going to have to move that dirt quickly.
Also, Ricky, that money comes out of what's already allocated?
That's correct, and I can explain that a little bit if you like.
Yes, sir, please.
What we've got is we've got about $500,000 in what we call a contingency fund in that bid. We've not used very much of that. Now, we're going to use some of it on the turning lanes. Road Superintendent, Lincoln County asked us to put in 2 turning lanes. That's probably going to be about $125,000. We put in a roundabout to handle the traffic. We're doing that at the county's expense. I don't know what that's going to be exactly yet. Probably a couple $100,000 probably by the time we get it paved. And we got to move this dirt. So saying all that, we're going to be really close to being within our contingency anyway. So in other words, the bid amount's not going to go up. It'll just come out of that contingency fund. Now, we'll pay it out of a 177 fund, and you won't see that return until the end of the project. Normally, Lashley Rich on all of our projects, simply they give us a guaranteed maximum price, and if they don't use all those funds, they simply write us, or we just don't pay them that extra money, or they would write us a check if we overpaid them. So in this case, we'll probably be really close to being well within that contingency fund. We just won't have anything left at the end of the project, but it'll be well within the GMP.
Going back to the football field, you said you think that's the only bid you're going to get? You feel like?
I have exhausted every bidder that I know. I have called every person I know, and we've bid it 3 times, and I just don't see if we. It's just going to go up, in my opinion. It's just going to continue to get higher and higher and higher and higher. The guy that bid this one, he said, I don't know how in the world that guy bid that one last year, and I don't either. I didn't ask really. But there's got to be some dirt hauled in, things of that nature. So I don't think we're going to get another bid, if that's what you're asking.
Is it my understanding that Blanche is still using the old school out there, or are they using the high school still? So
They have used the old field in the past, but I believe they are planning to use the high school this year, just because of some issues they're having with the old field lights. Is that right, Ricky?
Well, we're having some issues down there, and you get to a point, we don't own it anymore, so it's hard to work on it. He's been really great to let us use it, in the interim for practice and or games. We actually entertained the idea of moving those lights at one time, and then when we got to checking in on that, by the time we moved them and upgraded them, we were going to be in probably a negative, to tell you the truth. I was talking to the director just the other day, and hopefully we can do something like this again. And we actually, in-house, put the ones up at Flintville. We put them on wooden poles. We went through TSSAA, looked at the rules, and it didn't say you couldn't use a wooden pole. So we have a 70-year, 30-year warranted pole there, that's 70 foot tall. And could we do it for that amount again with LED lights? The answer is no. But could we do it considerably cheaper? Then we can move those others and put them back up? The answer is yes. So
I guess my thought's this. When I toured that school, I was very surprised to not see a football field there. And then after visiting Mr. Garris and trying to understand what the parents are doing, shuttling kids back and forth, it would be my recommendation, or I would like to make a motion that we go ahead and accept these bids as is. Because I don't think it's going to do nothing but go up. And these kids deserve to have what everybody else has.
I agree. Have a second.
I'll second.
Mr. Ezel seconds. Roll call me, please.
And is this just the football field, or the football field and the dirt? All together?
Both of them together.
So Mr. Phelps made the motion, Mr. Ezel second.
Correct.
Mr. Phelps?
Aye.
Mr. Dunn?
Aye.
Mr. Ezel?
Aye.
Mr. Tucker?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Dr. Daniel?
Aye.
Ms. Ashby?
7-0. It passes. Thank you.
I'll make them aware tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all.
Next thing I had, Mr. Chairman, was the financials. So I have the March 2025 financials for the 141, 142, 143, 146, and the 177 funds presented. That's all I have for the financials.
Have a motion to accept.
Make a motion.
Mr. Miller makes the motion. Second. Mr. Ezel second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 7-0.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. All right. Let's get down to my points of information. Let me look in here better. Let's see it. Discussion of budget work session dates. We probably need to find a phone that works. Mr. Sarles, you have any dates?
I'm wide open, Chairman.
You tell me. We start with one.
So, Mr. Nix, when do we need to take this to the commission? That's really, we need to start there and work our way back.
The May commission is Tuesday, May the 6th. That's budget for the commission.
So they expect us to have a budget to present to the budget committee of the commission on May 6th, correct?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
So we could possibly have as many as, I would recommend, leaving yourself enough wiggle room to be able to meet twice if you need to.
Sure.
In case you can't get through it in one night. Probably can, but I don't, first time here. So I would be a little more cautious with that, so I would recommend probably something on the 21st, and then that gives us enough time for the 28th or 29th, and enough time to get it back to them on the 6th. Thoughts, opinions, anything wrong with that?
Everybody good with those dates?
I mean, I'm just throwing dates out there.
April the 21st, it's a Monday night. And somewhere around the 28th, 29th, you said?
Yes, sir, just a week after. I mean, and honestly, if things don't go well on the 21st, we can set another meeting for the 28th. We don't even have to set that one right now. Correct, Karen?
Yes, sir. As
So
long
we
as
could
we
just do the
advertise
21st.
What time?
What, 5:30?
5:30 works.
5:30 good with everybody?
5:30 on that April 21st.
Yes.
I will only be here for part of the meeting.
Will we need to move it?
Well, I teach schools on Monday and Tuesday nights.
Do we need to move that up to 5? Would that help?
Yeah, that would help.
Okay.
Stay an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah.
Everybody good moving that to 5 on those 2 dates?
5.
And then just keep 28th open in case we need it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay. Sounds good. All right. List of tenured teachers recommended for rehire.
It's been added to the shared drive and
Yeah.
available for your review.
Just an FYI.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions, they can reach out to Jacob about that. So, information on the banquet following the board meeting.
So we just need to, obviously, I think we're actually running late. So as soon as we get out of here, we just make our way down to the boardroom for the teacher appreciation banquet.
And the last one is facility use agreement approved by executive committee. Have a motion to approve that.
It was approved by the
No,
committee.
wait a minute, I read that wrong. That's the one we already approved. Just points of information. It was one that we approved by the executive committee because it came in late. So it's just points of information.
And we need to talk about the,
Dates for the
Dates.
directors.
Yes.
and I believe it's something in my contract. What did my contract say, Karen? If you can just let us know that. It gives us a timeline on that.
So, Section 17, under Performance Evaluation, Section A, annually and no later than the 30th day of August each calendar year during the term of this contract, the board shall evaluate the director's performance as the director of Lincoln County Schools. And there are 3 subpoints under that, but that's the one that addresses the dates.
So it's got to be done by August 30th. So
Yes,
we
sir.
just need to come up with an evaluation tool. So what I'll do is I will get the one that I've been using. I'll take the one that Dr. Heath's been using and look them over, and I can give some recommendations back to y'all if that's okay.
If it's all right, instead of calling a special call meeting, can we meet like 30 minutes early before the next board meeting to talk about this? Is everybody's okay with that?
To talk about the evaluation.
Talk about the evaluation, any changes. Ms. Karen can send it out to each one of us. You can make notes and whatnot, like
Just a work
you want to
session.
talk about. You're good with that?
Yes, sir, fine.
That May.
Yeah, it'd
The
be
May
the
meeting.
May 5th.
May board meeting.
May
So
5th.
we're going to start at 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
May 5th?
May 5th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Unless somebody has anything else, motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Ms. Anthony makes motion, second.
It's the quickest motion of the night.
Mr. Dunn, I need a signature before you leave.
Thank y'all.